My dear brothers and sisters, welcome to the 5th Easter Sunday. Archbishop Fulton Sheen, once he was invited to preach in one of the parishes, and while he was on the way, he forgot the way to the parish house. And while he found a boy whom he asked, "Do you know where the church is?" When the young boy saw Bishop Fulton Sheen in priestly dress, he asked him, "Who are you? Are you a superstar? Are you a karate master?" Then the Fulton Sheen replied, "No, I am a priest." "And where are you going?" "I'm going to the church." "What do you do?" He was so curious, and he asked, "What do you do?" And the Archbishop replied, "I lead people to go to heaven." And the young boy laughed and said, "How can you lead people to heaven when you yourself do not know the way to the church?" My dear brothers and sisters, the way to the church, though Fulton Sheen did not know, but he knew the way to heaven. He knew the way to lead people to heaven. That's what we hear in today's readings. Jesus knew very well to lead people back to his home, to home where his Father lives. And that is the focal point of today's Holy Gospel. We hear in today's Holy Gospel that Jesus says to us, "Do not let your hearts be troubled. Do not let your hearts be troubled, because I am going to the Father, where there is plenty of room. There are many rooms in my Father's house, and where I'm going to prepare a place for you." My dear brothers and sisters, first of all, it may be a very sorrowful moment for us because Jesus is telling us that he is going. But at the same time, it's a joyful moment as well, because he is preparing a room for us. He is inviting us, and he is assuring us that he will come and he will take us with him. My dear brothers and sisters, the gospel today is taken from St. John's Gospel. And today, St. John represents a very beautiful dialogue between Jesus and his apostles. It is rather an open discussion where two of his disciples, they jump into the discussion saying, we have a very first question being asked by Thomas, the doubting Thomas. "Jesus, where you are going, show us the way, because we do not know where you are going, how you are going to the Father." And Jesus says, "I am the way, the truth, and the life." My dear brothers and sisters, this saying of Jesus we have so often heard. I am the way, the truth, and the life. Jesus is really the way to the Father, the only way that leads to Father. My dear brothers and sisters, sometimes on the road, there is a signboard that says, that's only one direction. There are no two ways. You cannot take a U-turn. And Jesus is showing us that way, that he is the only way to the Father. There is no other way. You cannot take some other way to reach to Father. Jesus is the only way, the only path through which you can go to Father's home. My dear brothers and sisters, Jesus ascended from Father. The Word made flesh. He was incarnated. He wore our humanity, died for us, gave his life for us. He is risen again, and he ascends to his Father. He is going back to his Father. And who can show us a better way than Jesus himself, who is going back to his home? his heavenly home, his heavenly abode, where he is one united with Father. When this question was over, then there is another disciple, another apostle who is coming into the discussion. That is Philip. Philip says, "Show us the Father." It may be the question that may be creeping into our hearts as well. Show us the Father, and then we can believe you. And Jesus says, "I have been with you all this time, and how can you say that you do not know the Father? Even if you do not know the Father, you have not seen the Father, but believe through me, believe through the works which I have done." My dear brothers and sisters, this may be a very shortcut way like Philip. We may have also questions like that we may also sometimes dare to ask so questions to Jesus. "Jesus, please show us the Father." But Jesus himself has shown really the face of Father. He is so much intimate with Father that when we see Jesus, we see a Father in him. My dear brothers and sisters, let us be prepared to look for the face of Father in Jesus. He is going today to his Father's home, where he is at home, where we with him become at home. Dear friends, last Sunday we heard that Jesus says, "I am the door to the sheepfold." And today he says, "I am the way, I am the truth, and I am the light." Let us be united to him. He is the only way, he is the only truth, and he is light of the Father. When we are united with him, when we are intimate with him in prayer and meditation, then we reach one day to his heavenly abode. And that is what we have to believe. We have to believe and confess that he is intimate with Father. Thank you. I wish you all a very happy Sunday.